Hey everyone, welcome back to Soap Scoop Central, your ultimate go-to channel for all things daytime drama, where we dive headfirst into the swirling world of soap operas with passion, analysis, and a whole lot of fan energy. I'm your host, Alex, and if you've been with us before, you know we're all about breaking down the latest twists, turns, and heart-pounding moments that keep us glued to our screens. Today, we're zeroing in on the electrifying preview for The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of January 5th to 9th, 2026. Oh boy, if you're a diehard fan like me, and I know you are because why else would you be here, you understand that this show never ever lets up on the drama. It's like a never-ending roller coaster of emotions, betrayals, romances, and family feuds that have been captivating audiences since 1987. This week alone, we've got Katie Logans stepping up with her very first major power play in her shiny new fashion house, a proposal that's so jaw-dropping it could shatter champagne glasses across Los Angeles, and Taylor Hayes dropping an absolute bombshell on her daughter Steffi that has the potential to upend the entire Forrester family dynamic forever. We're talking seismic shifts here, folks, the kind that make you rewind the episode just to make sure you heard it right. This episode, or rather this whole week, is shaping up to be an absolute roller coaster of highs, lows, and everything in between, and I'm thrilled to be your guide through it all. We'll start with a thorough recap of the lead-up events that got us here, then meticulously analyze each spoiler from the preview, delving into the juicy details that CBS teased us with. From there, we'll explore the rich backstories of the key characters involved, because understanding their pasts is crucial to appreciating the present drama. I'll also share real fan reactions pulled straight from X, that's formerly Twitter for those keeping track, where the soap community is buzzing like never before. We'll speculate wildly on what's coming next, because what's a soap breakdown without some good old-fashioned theorizing? And to top it off, we'll reflect on the absolute best and worst moments from 2025 that laid the groundwork for this explosive 2026 storyline. Buckle up, because this script is packed to the brim. We're aiming for a full, comprehensive deep dive video that's perfect for your commute, workout, or cozy night in. So grab your favorite coffee, tea, or maybe even a glass of wine if it's that kind of day, and let's get into it. If you love these in-depth breakdowns as much as I do creating them, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an update on your favorite soaps. We've got a community here that's over 50,000 strong and growing every day, and your support means the world. All right, with that said, let's kick things off with a quick, well, not so quick because we're going deep, recap of where we left off last week on The Bold and the Beautiful. Last week on The Bold and the Beautiful, the drama hit fever pitch, especially for the iconic Logan sisters, who have been at the heart of so many storylines over the years. Brooke Logan, played masterfully by Catherine Kelly Lang since the show's inception, really got under her sister Katie's skin in a way that only siblings can. It all started with Brooke planting seeds of doubt about Katie's ambitious new venture into the cutthroat fashion world. You see, Katie has always been the underdog in the Logan family, and Brooke's comments weren't just casual chit-chat. They were laced with that signature mix of concern and condescension that Brooke does so well. This tension built throughout the week, culminating in what can only be described as a nightmare runway show for Katie's fledgling fashion line. Picture this: wardrobe malfunctions that left models scrambling, lighting disasters that turned the catwalk into a shadowy mess, and a crowd of LA's elite more shocked and whispering than impressed or applauding. It was the kind of event that could make or break a career, and for Katie, it felt like the latter. Heather Tom, who has portrayed Katie since 2007 and won multiple daytime Emmys for her role, delivered a performance that had fans on the edge of their seats. Her character's humiliation was palpable, raw, and heartbreaking. But if there's one thing we've learned about Katie Logan over the decades, it's that she doesn't stay down for long. She's a fighter, resilient through countless trials, and this week she's coming out swinging harder than ever, ready to prove Brooke wrong in the most epic soap opera-worthy fashion possible. Meanwhile, tensions were brewing elsewhere in the glamorous yet chaotic world of Los Angeles. Family secrets that have been simmering for months started bubbling to the surface. Forbidden feelings were hinted at in stolen glances and whispered conversations, and alliances shifted in ways that left viewers speculating wildly. For instance, there was that intense scene at Forrester Creations where Steffi Forrester, ever the fierce protector, clashed with her brother Thomas over design choices, hinting at deeper family rifts. And don't get me started on the undercurrents in the Spencer family. Bill Spencer Jr. was his usual scheming self, maneuvering behind the scenes in ways that could spell trouble for everyone involved. If you somehow missed last week's episodes, maybe you were caught up in holiday reruns or real-life drama, do yourself a favor and check out my detailed recap video from last Friday. The link is right there in the description below, complete with timestamps for key moments so you can jump straight to the juicy parts. Trust me, it's worth it to get fully caught up before we dive into this week's previews. Now, let's shift gears and jump headfirst into the preview for January 5th to 9th, 2026. CBS dropped a teaser video that's got the entire fanbase buzzing with excitement, speculation, and a fair share of outrage, and I've personally watched it about a dozen times, pausing and rewinding to catch every subtle detail, from facial expressions to background props that might foreshadow future twists. This preview is a masterclass in soap teasing, short clips that reveal just enough to hook you, but leave plenty to the imagination. Here's my scene-by-scene breakdown, expanded with insights from the show's history and what we know from recent interviews with the cast and crew. First up, and arguably the most business-savvy moment of the week, is Katie Logan staffing up her upstart fashion house, which she's boldly named simply Logan, a direct, unapologetic shot across the bow at the long-standing powerhouse that is Forrester Creations, and by extension her sister, Brooke, who's been intertwined with the Forresters for years. In the preview clip, we see Steffi Forrester, portrayed by the talented Jacqueline McInnes Wood, declaring in no uncertain terms that Forrester Creations has no more use for their recent hire, Deke, now that Thomas Forrester is firmly back in the fold after his own tumultuous storylines. But Katie, ever the opportunist, spots her chance. The scene cuts to her sitting down with Deke at Il Giardino, that iconic LA restaurant, where, let's face it, every major conversation, confrontation, and confession in this show seems to happen. It's like the neutral ground for all drama. Katie drops this killer line: "I might be able to help you fulfill your dreams, and you might be able to help me prove my sister wrong." Boom! That's Katie firing on all cylinders, showcasing her strategic mind and determination. This is her first big recruitment move, and it's a smart one, especially considering Deke's ties to the Sharp family, which could import even more layers of drama, betrayal, and perhaps some corporate espionage down the line. This move by Katie isn't just about hiring talent, it's huge because it sets up a brand new rivalry in the already competitive fashion world of the bold and the beautiful. Forrester Creations has dominated the scene for years, with its legacy designs, high-profile shows, and celebrity endorsements. But with Katie's unlimited resources stemming from her deep Spencer family connections, remember, she's tied to Bill Spencer Jr., one of the richest and most influential characters on the show. Her Logan fashion house could become a real contender overnight. Imagine the possibilities. Fashion duels where rival lines go head-to-head at international events, stolen designs leading to lawsuits and accusations, runway showdowns that turn into personal vendettas, and perhaps even models defecting between houses. This has all the makings of a classic soap arc, reminiscent of the early days when Brooke first challenged the Forresters, or when Spectra Fashions tried to undermine them with knockoffs and schemes. And let's not overlook the deeply personal stakes here. Katie's out to show Brooke that she's not just riding on family coattails or living in the shadows. It's sister versus sister in the most intense way, pitting loyalty against ambition, and I am absolutely here for it. Fans have been waiting for Katie to have her moment in the spotlight, and this feels like the payoff we've all deserved after years of her supporting roles in other people's dramas. To really grasp why this is such a pivotal, game-changing moment for Katie Logan, we need to take a significant step back and explore her extensive history on the show, a backstory that's as complex and layered as any in daytime television. Katie Logan, born Catherine Elizabeth Logan on May 29, 1971, in the San Fernando Valley, California, is the youngest of the Logan sisters, Brooke, Donna, and the late Storm Logan. From her introduction in 1987, Katie has been portrayed as the more reserved, insecure sibling, often living in the shadow of her more glamorous and outgoing sisters. Her early years were marked by self-doubt, particularly around her appearance and romantic prospects, which led her to dating Rocco Karner in an attempt to boost her confidence. But that relationship ended in heartbreak when Rocco kissed Donna, highlighting the sibling rivalries that would define much of Katie's life. Over the years,